Greetings, ladies and folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Vectorman. We're still here. We're still underwater.
Never the most pleasant part of any Sega game.
Being underwater. Except that Vectorman doesn't need to breathe.
He doesn't need to speak? Is that what you're gonna say? He doesn't need to speak?
I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was going to say he doesn't need to swim, but...
Well, he can swim.
With the right morph ball. Morph, whatever. Morph ball. That's...
Although technically he's a sphere, so he should just float. Unless, you know, he's extremely heavy, which he probably is. Yeah, never mind.
For that matter, what's holding all those spheres together?
Electromagnets. I don't know. Fucking magnets.
How do they work? But no, Vectorman doesn't need to breathe. He's a robot, so being underwater is of no consequence.
Also, he's presumably completely and utterly waterproof. Which is probably because everything is contained within these spheres, which emit an electromagnetic thingamajig, and none of their internal parts are actually exposed whatsoever.
None of their internal parts have to be exposed, because all their internal parts are inside the balls. I never could figure out the... I really don't know what the point of picking all these photons up is. Especially in the first game where it's little more than score.
Well, there's your point. What are you doing?
I want to get this TV.
That was kind of a waste. You could have gotten up real quick.
There's nothing but photons in it. And... annoying level is annoying. And it's full of just doing nothing but going up. Ooh. Blaster power up! I got the spread shot.
Which you're probably going to end up wasting. I mean, there's not even any enemies in this stage.
Nope, nothing but mines and jellyfish mechs.
Just going up and up and up and up and up.
Well, there is one thing in this stage. There's another one of those health extensions in this stage.
You get it?
I'm trying to remember. I might have gotten it already. Yeah, I already got it. Duh! I wasn't paying attention.
Well, you see, that's how much I'm paying attention to.
Well, it's not as interesting game as Vectorman 2. Not that they're really interesting games to commentate over in the first place, but... Cat fight!
Alright, stop that.
And now for the boss of this area. This is Aurora Borealis.
A robot pelican.
Nothing to do with the ship of the same name. Very simple pattern to go by.
That warning sound is kind of awfully annoying for something that only amounts to your gun getting empty.
Yeah. Uh-oh, you're running out of ammo! Dun, 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 ow.
I mean, wouldn't something with such urgency be more appropriate for when you're running out of time or health?
There's a countdown sort of time sound effect.
I doubt we're gonna hear that at any time during this playthrough, though.
And now for the second form. Polar Bear. It's actually pretty easy to cheese this boss just by standing up on this ledge and then shooting down at it.
But you're fucking about. Are you gonna die?
I don't know. Nope, apparently not.
And then they turn into a massive cyclone and die.
Balls.
Wasn't much to that. And
Arctic Ridge!
very much to this.
I only had one ball of health. What did you expect? I'm trying to remember whether or not I actually take the bonus round shortcut in this stage. Because there is a bonus round shortcut in this stage. And it's actually easy to cheese your way into it. Actually, it's easier to cheese your way into the bonus round than it is to actually finish the level. Because there's something that gets in the way. No,
Back in the days when they actually made games that anyone, well, almost anyone really. They made games back when games were relatively easy. That way, people would actually buy them and play them and win them.
You call this easy?
I call it easy compared to what indie games seem to pull out their ass nowadays.
Well, that's just indie developers and their stupid idea of what it was that made games back in the day as you know, capable of being appreciated as they were. That was the fact that they were fucking balls hard and impossible to get through, therefore extending your game time far more than it needed to be. I can't remember if this power-up returned in the second Vectorman.
Unless it just like
Some sort of energy attack field. Anything that gets near me just goes poof.
touch of death type of power up.
Pretty much. I think the bonus round shortcut stage area is here somewhere. I think I might end up going to it. Right, it's right up here, up ahead. This fucking thing. It's fucking difficult to get by unless you're willing to actually shoot its tail off. But instead, I'm going to do this. Bypass the whole kit and caboodle.
What?
You're supposed to go past that thing and find some sort of passage that goes underneath it to the shield generator, so that then you can shoot that thing. But fuck it, I can shoot downwards. Anyway, here's the bonus round. It's
the game's logo.
Yeah.
And you just...
It's not very interesting. And it doesn't control all that well either, at least not from what I can get out of it.
Doesn't seem to be much consequence to just firing off in any direction you please.
Nope. Bamboo mill!
What about this has anything to do with bamboo? Oh, wait. Okay. Wait. That's bamboo?
I don't know. And what is the
Actually,
point
that goes kind of look like... They're going by so fast, but at first I would have thought they would look like swinging coffins, but they look more like pots.
Buckets! Something. I don't know.
Maybe they're buckets of bamboo. I don't know.
Bamboo bucket. Buckets made of bamboo.
I don't know if there's anything really relevant to this stage's theme here. Well, you know, the themes just don't carry very well in this game at all anyway.
No, not as much as they do in the second game.
There's a lot of
Is there any chance that we're going to not say how much more we like the second game or this one?
Probably not. I remember when we first put this game in, when we got the Gems collection, we pretty much came to the conclusion that it was a large disappointment. However, there will always be people who always say, first one is better.
A lot of people say that the first one was better anyway. It fucking surprises me that people can say that the first Vectorman was really better than the second one, or that the second one was such a huge disappointment compared to the first. It's just mind-boggling.
Well, admittedly, at the end of the only large letdown to the second one that I can think of is that at the end you fight a giant spider instead of something weird and giant, like, not giant. Spider was giant, but something weird and cool robot dude like Warhead, I guess.
I honestly don't see it. In fact, I think both of those final boss fights are not necessarily all that cool when you get down to it. The Spider Queen, never mind.
I always thought the Spider Queen was kind of creepy and menacing.
Well, a lot of the stuff in the second game was real creepy and menacing, whereas this game, it's just kind of goofy.
Maybe, of course.
What?
Oh, maybe that's what people hate about the
Warhead! Warhead!
That could very well be what people hate about the second game, is that it's too serious in comparison.
But Vectorman is serious business. See, he explodes in agreement.
But I think the giant exploding freaking spider thing and spider thing. I don't know.
Oh, great.
What?
Crap. I should have taken the higher route here.
Yeah,
I screwed myself, so I'm actually gonna end up committing suicide to this boss.
Why?
Because there's a health and weapon power-up further up above that area that I was in before that I meant to go to.
It's hard to kill you in this game.
Well, I have more health balls than I started out with, for one. Oh, for God's sakes, I didn't even get a checkpoint?
You don't remember.
I like that power-up. It's not very powerful, but I like how it keeps traveling along with you. You can almost outrun it.
How disgusting. On your videos before, have I ever discussed what I think of indie games?
You mentioned something about Recetier before.
Oh, well, Recetier, it's not really a good example of indie games. Well, okay, it is. I mean, in a good way, I guess. It tells a story, unlike a lot of indie games, actually. Most indie games are just very straightforward, try to play themselves off just like an old game where there virtually is no story. And there's just...
And that the difficulty was stupidly hard.
Yes, I guess the only video games I remember for their childhood are like, what is it? What is that Mario game that everyone always complains about?
Mario 2?
Yes. The only games they ever played to them in their childhood were Mario 2, and Mario 2 and Mario 2 or something. I don't know. Probably something else really hard and annoying.
Oh, there's the power that was after. But I missed the blaster power.
Actually, I find a lot of games emulating how Mega Man X plays and the original Mega Man. I find that style emulated in indie games a lot. It's just that they make it much, much harder than those games actually were.
Yeah, that's another gripe of mine. It's like, how come Mega Man 2 is considered like the best classic Mega Man game? Why?
I don't know, I haven't even played the original Mega Man games very much.
I haven't either. I mean, I played the Wily Wars. And that was kind of artificially made. That was kind of made artificially difficult thanks to the ridiculous frame rate issues, because it was a PAL region only game. And you know what? Johnny, when he did his review of it, he got a fucking bootleg American Genesis cartridge.
Okay.
That is fucking brilliant.
Is this video still gonna keep
Oh,
going?
the video's done. My God, here we are talking about everything except the game, and we're at the end of the video. So, tune in next time for the third part of Let's Play Vectorman.
Yay, it's spheres.